Hi guys, this is Perigaea Tarot. Um, so I'm here with a full moon reading for the Wolf Moon in Cancer, January 17th. And this is for all signs, love. This is a love reading for all signs. Also, for those of you who've noticed that my videos have been a bit quiet, I have invested in a mic and it's on its way to me. And and in the meantime, I will try to speak up a little bit. I have a very soft voice. And I will also try to point myself towards the microphone a little bit more on my phone, on my camera. So, um, yeah, so here we go. I don't know about you guys, but this full moon at 27 degrees of Cancer is 1 degree away from my natal moon, so it's been interesting. So, universe, what do you have for all signs during this full moon in Cancer at 27 degrees of Cancer? What advice do you have for all signs during this full moon? Oh gosh, this has come up twice. The Five of Cups in reverse. So this could be speaking to trying to look on the bright side. You know, in the Five of Cups, this is a person focusing on the three cups on one side that are turned over, and when they have two cups on one side that are turned up. So they're grieving, they're focusing on the negative. So maybe this would be a time to be, more attentive to your emotions and watch what it is that you go into emotionally, and try to focus on the positive and focus on what's working in your life. So I'll just put that to the side for consideration. I'm also seeing here the King of Wands. So perhaps hold on to a sense of your strength and try to see yourself and your life through the eyes of confidence and through the eyes of just loving yourself and feeling like you're worth a lot and that you can have the things that you desire, and trying to stay positive, so that the law of attraction can bring you the things you want. All right, so universe, what advice do you have for all signs during this? Oh, let's try to turn over. Maybe try to spend time with friends. Do things that make you feel good. Do things that bring you joy, and that other people who bring you joy. That could be a way to stave off any heaviness, any emotional heaviness during this full moon, because Cancer is the sign that is ruled by the moon, and it can be so. Full moons can be heavy enough. Sorry, I was just turning on my light there. So a full moon in Cancer, it's going to be interesting. So, all right. So, universe, what advice do you have for all signs during this full moon in Cancer? What guidance do you have of any kind, but especially in love, universe? All right. Okay. Piece of candle wax. All right. So, ooh. Okay. Hmm. Ooh, no lolly. Okay. All right. So underneath the deck, I'm seeing the Seven of Wands in reverse. So that could refer to someone perhaps dropping their guard, and maybe even to a place where they feel like giving up. Full moons can be very heavy times, so it can be important to keep perspective and understand that maybe it's just the moon making me feel that way, or something like that. Let's see, can we see the reading well enough? I think maybe I need to adjust my angle a little bit. Don't quite like that. I'm just going to move it over this way. Right there. Okay. see that? Is that better? Let me see. That's probably okay. All right. So what I'm seeing here is somebody who perhaps is feeling like there's a tower moment. Who's feeling like there's a tower moment, who's feeling overwhelmed, confused. There could be a lot going on. I think what it is that because this is cups, that it's mainly speaking to someone just being emotionally overwhelmed. There's a lot going on, and it could be creating the illusion that, that things are falling apart, but I think that with the moon being the way that it is, it can be important to keep perspective on that, and understand that, maybe it's just the way that you feel. Maybe it's not actually things that are happening. So here in the subconscious energy, there's a need for healing. There's a need for time to just go within, heal oneself, be in safety, just take care of oneself, just care for and cleanse oneself. And because there's so much water, like this is a very watery card, it's speaking to me that it's very much it's a lot about emotional healing. So what I feel this is speaking to is the importance to go and spend that time in privacy, to spend that time where you're alone and you're able to go within, and just if you're feeling overwhelmed, just relax and take it easy, and maybe stay home when you have the opportunity, and just take care of yourself. um, in the recent past, I'm seeing some element of feeling a little bit unstable, perhaps regarding everyday things like pentacles and stuff like that. And up here too, I'm seeing the night in the conscious energy. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups in reverse, which could refer to a feeling of emotional instability as well. It could be something in love that's causing that. It could be the main feeling that I'm getting is just that feeling of instability, of just feeling like things are not quite where you'd like them to be. Um, let's see, over here in the near future is we see the devil, which that could speak to an obsessive energy. I'm actually not really getting a strong feeling right yet as to what this is referring to, but I'm sure that the reading will show us as time moves on. And that it could be good, and that there's also here, this is you interacting socially and things like that. And I think that that's good. I think that, like I said, it's possible that that reaching out and interacting with people could be the answer right now, but it is also possible that maybe the answer is staying in. And I think that we need to be careful that we're not just distracting ourselves from what we need to face, so that by being overly social. So it's really just it's a very sort of careful and tentative thing that you just have to intuit for your own life. Also, I think that this could be somebody sort of interacting with their environment in a way that is sort of motivated and defined by a perspective of negativity or lack or tower. Just like we spoke before about the perspective of feeling emotionally heavy and sort of projecting that onto your life and projecting that onto your environment and feeling overwhelmed, and then maybe coming into your future, into your life in the near future, and having that define the way that you interact with your opportunities, with what is available in your life. Because here I see, coming in to your life, an opportunity. And so, but across from that is the devil. And so it makes me think that perhaps this could be somebody who is engaging with the, they have this nice, like, whoopee, here's my opportunity, here's your little wand, but they're engaging with that from a sort of a bound sort of mindset because they're, feeling too heavy. And that could perhaps be from being overly social at this time when really they need to go within. Um, yeah, and in the hopes and fears here, I'm seeing the Ten of Wands, which could refer to working too hard, having too much to do, just being too overly burdened right now. I really just think that, right now is a time to take good care of yourself, go within, plan for your future, think about and meditate on what you really want, and just most of all, just comfort yourself and find peace and take care of yourself when because things are just a bit much. That's mainly what I find in the full moons, is that things can just become too much. It can just feel like this is all too much, and the best thing that you can really do is just take care of yourself until you find your way through. So, and I think that it could be a possibility that if, unless you take that time away from the burdens and you heal yourself, that you could manifest a feeling of dissatisfaction in your environment. So I think that that's perhaps just like a cautionary message. Sorry, trying to get a little bit of that off the table. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to dive into this. So, universe, what is this Tower in the reverse to the Seven of Cups in reverse for all signs? What is this Tower in the reverse to the Seven of Cups in reverse? So I'm seeing a sense of perhaps disharmony, that we could find, that we are feeling that there is disharmony in our relationships. Maybe we're perceiving that something has gone wrong in love. But I think, as we established before, this can be a very overly emotional time, that where a lot of things can be going on, and it can cause us to sort of get confused about our own lives. It's like when there are things going on in the collective, what can happen is that we pick them up inside ourselves, but then we sort of project them and channel them into our own situation, even though it isn't that emotion really doesn't have anything to do with our situation. And that could be that could be what's going on here, that there's just so much going on around us, other people perhaps picking up on the full moon energies and feeling that sort of chaos. Let's see, universe, what is this Tower in the reverse to the Seven of Cups in reverse? There could be just a general sense of something being unfinished, and something being not having closure or clarity in relationship to love situations. But again, what I really feel like I'm picking up for this reading is just that it isn't necessarily something right now that needs to be figured out. It's just something that needs to be, you just need to relax and just wait for it to pass and work through it while it's here, and then things will become clearer after the full moon. Yeah, I think that it could be causing a perception of either lost opportunity, or someone or yourself having fallen from grace, or lost victory, sort of things not being the way that we want them to be, in our circumstances. But I don't think that it's really, because the Tower is in reverse, the feeling that I get is that it's really just a perception, but that perception can affect our circumstances if we speak the words, if we speak those words, feel those emotions, and absorb that sort of vibration, then we can end up manifesting things. So it's almost like, this is an opportunity for you to that where if you handle it the wrong way, it could possibly manifest something in your life that you don't want. But that all you have to do is just calm down, keep things in perspective, and try to be aware of what's going on, so that you can so that you can consciously put yourself back into a positive sort of wavelength. So, universe, what is this star in the reverse? Is there anything else for the Tower in reverse to the Seven of Cups in reverse? What is this star in the reverse? I want this card. I can see it. I want it. Yeah, I think this is somebody who's been working really hard and they've accomplished a lot, and maybe they feel like, well, I just need to push it a little harder, but I think it's time to just let yourself pause. You know, despite all the hard work that you've done, maybe you feel like you're an inch from where you want to be. Even still, I would say, just take that time to rest and take that time to recover and take care of yourself. Because you don't want everything that you've worked for to be sabotaged, by overworking yourself. Yeah, this to me would speak to recovery. You need that time to recover and come out of a place of emotional trauma or upset. Yep, time to rest. Don't charge in. Um, not a time for conflict. It's a time for reflection. Um, Universe is what is this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse? Um, so I feel like perhaps in the recent past you could have been dealing with a circumstance that made you feel not completely stable, and that you or maybe it was a person where there was a connection between the two of you that wasn't perfectly stable, and you still wanted to send in your come in with a passionate message and interact with them. um, maybe things maybe things between the two of you are sort of in suspension. You're not really sure where things stand. um, and you are in a place where you're kind of not sure, like it's kind of like one foot in, one foot out. You're not quite sure what's going on in this situation or with this person. You're not quite sure where you stand with them, literally, if you're on the shore or if you're in the water. Because in this card, they've got one foot in the water and one foot on shore. Um, yeah, you're not quite sure of what the truth is. But I would say that now is not the time to rush in with aggressive, words or ambition or trying to, find out what exactly the truth is. Now is just the time I would say, to let things lie. So, in your conscious energy, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, perhaps you're feeling that, you want to come in and you want to express something to this person, and you want to, express how you feel. Maybe, whatever it is. I don't know if there's an apology needed or anything like that, but basically just come in and express how you feel. But I think that this is the advice, that now is not the time. Now is the time to look after yourself and to look to your own perspective and to your own clarity, and just, take some rest, take some you time, and try to find, try to come out of, a skewed perspective. Try to, you just basically, now is just not the time to act on that. So, universe, is there anything for the Knight of Cups in reverse? Oh, now I'm seeing clearly. Yeah, because you could unwittingly cause conflict that doesn't need to arise and that doesn't need to exist. And that's what I'm seeing with this, is that you need to take that time to relax and take care of you and get your head and your emotions in the exact right space, or you could end up projecting them into this circumstance. You could, from a place of being, a little bit, I don't want to say bound, but, just a little bit, perhaps having your perspective a little bit skewed from the full moon energies and all that kind of stuff, sort of carry that into a situation where there's this nice, lovely, perfect wand being offered to you, and you don't want to affect that. You don't want to negatively affect that, and then end up, in the Nine of Cups in reverse. You don't want to unwittingly cause conflict where there doesn't need to be. So, yeah, let's see. Universe, what is this Devil in the reverse? Or sorry, what is this Devil for all signs? Oops, I think this is my card right here. Yeah, that if you this is something that has the potential that, if you're looking at with the potential of wanting this to be a 10 of Cups for you, you don't want to lose that opportunity. That opportunity that's here by coming in with, bedeviled feelings, and causing conflict that doesn't need to happen. Perhaps, you know, sometimes if we're upset about something, we can, and we haven't managed it, we can come in and talk to somebody and end up projecting all those emotions onto them unfairly when they don't deserve it. And so you don't want to cause conflict with someone who hasn't done anything, you know, wrong, and potentially lose an opportunity with them. So yeah, I feel that this is mainly just speaking to, the prospect of how this energy of the full moon could affect, your interactions with your social circle, with those you care about, with the people that you have feelings for, things like that. Um, yeah, you don't want to end up, feeling left out in the cold or making somebody else feel left out in the cold. Universe, what is this Ace of Wands? What is this Ace of Wands? Oops. Yeah, this is somebody who you don't want them to think you're unstable. You don't want them to think you're cranky. And I think that if there's, if you did possibly come in, with a more, I guess, bedeviled energy, or, in a bad mood or something like that, that could make them think that, well, maybe this guy isn't so great. I thought he was this King of Pentacles, and maybe he's just like the King of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe he's bratty or whatever, any of those things. So, um, yeah, you don't want to cause that confusion in somebody's mind about you. Um, yeah, or make them think that perhaps, you know, you're not, maybe the self esteem of this person isn't as great as just something like that. I'm not insulting anybody, but so universe, is there anything else for the Ace of Wands? Um, I feel, oh, here we go. I'm looking at the Ten of Wands now. Okay, so this is not the time to act. You know, this is the time to reflect, not to act. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit afraid because, you know, you wanna get in there and you want to keep working hard and you want to take care of your responsibilities, but it's the time to reflect and not a time to act right now. Let's see. So, and what I'm seeing here for this Nine of Cups is that this is what we were talking about before. How making sure that you take the time to process the energies of the full moon on your own, so that you don't end up bringing them into your future interactions with the people that you. Can you see this over here? It's the Three of Cups. So you don't end up bringing that into these interactions, and then in any way negatively affecting those opportunities. So that's what we're talking about here, is that we don't want your Nine of Cups to be in the reverse. We want it to be in the upright. So we don't want to potentially sabotage any potential love opportunities, or commitments, or maybe even family interactions. Um, cause any unnecessary family drama. Universe, is there anything for the Nine of Cups in reverse? Yeah. So sometimes when we're cranky, we can come off like a King of Cups. The King of Cups can sometimes be, really emotionally. I mean, I don't want to sound bad, but like sometimes manipulative or emotionally blackmailing. That's kind of. I mean, he can be really grumpy, basically. So you don't want, any love prospects that you have in mind to think that you're the King of Cups in reverse, and then end up not, losing their good opinion of you. So I would say that now is just the time to stand back, to not move forward with anything. Just pause and reflect and take care of yourself. Is there anything else, universe? I think that's it. I think that's it right now. Is just, um, stand in your energy, be yourself. Um, look within and take care of yourself and do things that make you feel good. And before long, everything will be normal again. You can charge back in. All right. I think that's everything. All right. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please feel free to like and subscribe. And I swear I'm getting a microphone very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.